let me stay in.
Yeah, yeah,
If, for example, God commanded
yeah,
that this is an imam over you now, like Iblis was told, this is now
yeah,
for you to bow down to.
yeah.
So if we were commanded, this is an imam by name, and someone who was present in that pledging
Yeah.
says, I disagree with this person being the imam, under those conditions,
Yeah.
I believe that it's similar to the non-bowing down by Satan, in the sense that all the previous deeds are of no effect. Now,
Let me quickly explain. In this verse, when Allah says, لَقَدْ رَضِيَ اللَّهُ عَنِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ, okay? We believe that when Allah expresses rida, Allah knows the future, of course. Yeah? When Allah specifically expresses rida, His pleasure with someone, that means that Allah is pleased with them. Okay? And Allah will remain pleased with them. Because if
the
they...
extension you have to justify.
Sorry?
He's pleased with them, that's fine. We're not
Yeah.
arguing with that.
Yeah, yeah.
Why would you say it goes on to eternity?
In the
Because
majority...
someone there might become, say for example,
Yeah.
that person afterwards became a criminal or murdered, something like this.
Yeah. There were cases, people of Badr, whom Allah was pleased with, again, over 300 companions, some say 313. Allah was pleased with them. Some of them did commit crimes. Okay? And this argument was used that they have been forgiven. Allah is pleased with them. This was the understanding of the Prophet and his companions. For example,
Do you accept that?
yes, the Prophet accepted it. Okay, when you know,
But no one is
when you know
exempt from the
Hatib,
punishment,
Hatib,
the
you know
justice
Hatib,
of Allah.
you know the story of Hatib.
No, I mean the justice of Allah.
I'm
That if
telling you what the
anyone
Prophet did.
commits evil,
What the
he
Prophet,
must be
I'm
brought to
telling you what the
justice.
Prophet did.
Yeah.
I'm telling you what the Prophet did. Someone committed a grave crime from the companions.
You know
Grave.
the crime?
I'm gonna, yeah, of course. The gravest crime one can commit, almost treason against the Prophet. And the Prophet forgave him. Why? Why? Do you know why?
The Prophet can forgive in
No,
his
no,
life.
no, no,
What
no,
I
no.
mean
Why?
is,
Prophet, he gave a reason. He gave a reason. He gave a reason.
Yeah.
Let me explain very quickly. Hatib ibn Abi Balta, he had sent a letter to the Qurayshis when the Prophet was planning to attack Quraysh,
like a warning in advance.
that they're coming.
Yeah.
And he revealed the secret of the Prophet to them. And when the letter was found, the Prophet ﷺ, by wahi, was told that the letter has been sent. Catch the messenger. And the messenger was caught by Ali bin Abi Talib, out of all people. He brought the letter back. The letter was read. And the Prophet said, Hatib, what is this? And Umar, who was present at the time, he said, Ya Rasulullah, give me permission to cut this munafiq's head off. This hypocrite. Why? Why hypocrite? He is informing our enemies.
Yeah, the
that we're, yeah. So this is hypocrisy. To Umar it was hypocrisy. The Prophet stopped him. In any other circumstances, it would have been an act of hypocrisy and treason. The Prophet stopped him. Umar, he cannot be a munafiq. Why? He was in Badr. He was in Badr. He's from the companions of Badr. Clearly, okay? So what
Why
saved
did-
him?
why did-
Then Prophet
why did
asked
he
him.
sell out the-
Okay, no, this
Yeah,
is this one.
that's the-
Then the Prophet asked him. So before the explanation, before he gave his explanation, the Prophet already said, hold on, he cannot be a munafiq. Hold on, hold on. So then Prophet asked him to explain. He said, Ya Rasulullah, I have my family there. And I know you are a prophet of Allah and I believe that. And you know I believe that. Okay? I know Allah will help you, you will be victorious against the Qurayshis. I know that. I only inform the Qurayshis so that they don't harm my family. And I wanted to inform them. And the Prophet ﷺ said, accepted. Explanation, accepted.
But doesn't that violate Quran's verse?
No, it doesn't. It
God
doesn't.
says, if you hold
How we
your-
believe Prophet understood the
If
Quran.
you hold your family or your near ones more dear to you than God and His Prophet,
He did not.
then you're
He
not
did
holding.
not hold them more dear.
But he
He
just
did
said
not.
that. He said,
No,
I
no,
want
no,
to
no,
defend
no.
my family.
He said, I was certain of your victory. I didn't want my family to be harmed in this conflict. Therefore, I informed the Qurayshis because they will think that I have done them a favor. Even the Qurayshis had this concept of marua. Marua is courtesy. That they would, out of courtesy, they will not harm my family. I knew you will win, Ya Rasulullah. So the Prophet accepted the explanation. Okay, here we get an idea. The idea is when Allah has declared that this bunch of people is forgiven. It's forgiven. Once forgiven by Allah, that means once condemned by Allah, condemned. Okay, Abu Lahab. Okay, once forgiven by Allah, forgiven. That's a general rule in the Quran. That's a general rule in the Quran.
Saying
Yeah.
that
Okay.
You're
So no, let me
whoever
give you the
one
second.
thing, whoever was at that pledge,
Under the tree,
Yeah.
Hudaybiyah.
or even let's not go into specifics because people will sometimes find out.
So let me quickly give you the other reason why I believe that reasoning doesn't work with the Sahaba. There's another verse of the Quran that confirms that the Sahaba were definitely believers. Because some people, some Shias can come around and say, and they can easily conveniently say, okay, hold on. The verse says, لَقَدْ رَضِيَ اللَّهُ عَنِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. The believers. That means those who believed, and we have a specific definition of believers. Okay, we, the Shias, are believers, while the Sunnis are Muslims. We know this. This is the case. No. Believe me, trust me. You have to study your theology a bit more.
But
It's been confirmed by the Shias in the park that yes, we believe the Sunnis are Muslims and we are the Mu'mins.
I've heard that.
Yeah. But let me quickly finish my argument.
Because you said Shia, let me speak.
But let me make my point
The
so that you
Quran
can.
only distinguishes
Yeah.
between Muslims and believers
Yeah.
when en masse the conversions took
That's
place.
another topic. We can open it.
But wait,
Let me finish my
I'm
point
just saying,
quickly. Yeah.
Before you come to it.
Yeah.
Because you say this thing
Yeah.
about believers.
Yeah.
Because
I'm leading to a point. You're
I'll
gonna
let
miss
you
the
out,
point.
I'll let you.
Yeah.
But as the newly converted people were conquered in territories,
Yeah.
when they began to say the Kalma,
Yeah.
they referred to themselves as believers. But God says, not yet. Muslims first, faith will enter your hearts afterwards.
Yeah,
for
وقالت
believers.
الأعراب آمنا.
believers.
I know the verse. Yeah, the Arab, the Bedouins. Wait. The Bedouins say that we are believers. Now, let me come back to my point. I know I am aware of that. Okay. Now, why the Sahaba, Tabi'een and Taba Tabi'een are believers according to the Quran? I will give you a very specific verse to this effect.
They believe in Allah, so they believe.
No. Believers mean mu'mineen.
Well, yeah.
Mu'mineen. That means they cannot be kuffar, like the Shias claim.
Why would a believer be kuffar?
Yeah, thank you. We agree. But the Shias, the overwhelming majority of the Shias, they believe that the Sahaba, the overwhelming majority of them apostatized, just like you argued earlier. The Shaitan, being in a form of worship to Allah, he became a kafir. Likewise, the Sahaba became kuffar after having believed. Right? We don't believe that. Why? I'll tell you why. Okay.
Yeah, but I've not said that.
No, you haven't said that. You haven't said that. There are Shias who say this, and they are the majority, unfortunately. Maybe you differ with them on this. Okay, we'll talk about that. Let me finish my point.
Don't misrepresent Shia.
Wait.
It's not the majority. It's not the majority.
You're gonna take me around the world. We're gonna go on for 1 hour. Then you're gonna come and you're gonna agree with me, and you're gonna say, you're right. You're actually right. I'm gonna play YouTube videos right now, and then you're gonna say, no, they're not
I
Shias.
can play a video and say that someone said something about your Qida. And does that represent you? No, it doesn't. Don't be like the non-Muslims.
Okay.
That the non-Muslims, when they say all the
What?
Muslims
Okay.
are terrorists, that's what you're doing here.
Oh, no.
Continue.
I'm
You
not.
are. Continue.
I am not saying the Shias are terrorists.
But
No, but you're saying that
to be
all the
fair,
Sahaba was not, Yeah, no.
That's taqiyya. Either that's jahal or taqiyya. This is taqiyya demonstrated. It's either ignorance or taqiyya. Yeah. Now I'm trying to make my point, so that let me quickly make my point and we can come back. Why the tabi'een and the sahaba have to be believers? Mu'mineen, the Quran calls them believers. Mu'mineen. Listen to me carefully so that you understand my argument. Bro, listen this so you will understand. Surah An-Nur, Surah 24, verse 55. A prophecy made by Allah in the Quran in the form of a promise. And the wording goes as follows. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Wa'ada Allahu alladhina amanu minkum wa 'amilus salihat. Brother, you're not listening. Akhi, you're not listening. You're going to learn here more, trust me. Okay, because I'm making a very important point. وعد الله الذين آمنوا منكم وعملوا الصالحات لا يستخلفنهم في الأرض كما استخلف الذين من قبلهم. Okay, it is a promise of Allah to those who believe among you, okay, the primary recipients of the Quran, the Sahaba, okay, primarily, and then those who came after, that He will grant you succession in the land. لَيَسْتَخْلِفَنَّهُمْ فِي الْأَرْضِ. Very specific. It is very specific that He will grant you temporal power in the land, not spiritual, temporal. In earth means you will come to power. Yeah, domain. Okay. لَيَسْتَخْلِفَنَّهُمْ فِي الْأَرْضِ لَيَسْتَخْلِفَنَّهُمْ فِي الْأَرْضِ كَمَا اسْتَخْلَفَ الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ. Like it was given to those who came before you. Now,
Succession in the land.
yes, now, land, what we call the early Islamic conquests, okay, they were entirely conducted by the Sahaba, number one, Tabi'een and Taba Tabi'een. And there's a hadith of the Prophet ﷺ saying, خَيْرُ النَّاسِ قَرْنِي ثُمَّ الَّذِينَ يَلُونَهُمْ ثُمَّ الَّذِينَ يَلُونَهُم. The best of people are my generation, and then those who come after, and then those who come after. 3 generations. Yeah, 3 generations. Okay, brothers, hold on, please. Guys, brothers, apologies. Yeah. 3 generations. So, now listen to this one, brother. Listen to this one. The conquest of the land only took place at the hands of the Sahaba, Tabi'een and Taba Tabi'een. They are definitely the fulfillment of the promise of the Quran. They are the believers. Now, when the Shias claim to be the believers, I ask a question. When did Shias ever take 1 inch of land for Islam? When they took it, in the case of Fatimid Egypt, or in the case of Safavid Iran, it was taken from the Sunnis. Okay? They never took 1 inch of land as the Quran promised. Okay? And the land was entirely taken from China to all the way to Spain in 3 generations, within 3 generations.
So taking lands and conquering lands proves basically, I mean, what does it prove?
Because you were not listening to me. No, you were not listening to me. What did I quote?
Yeah, you quoted the verse.
And what is the verse?
Carry on.
What is the verse, Akhi? You're saying you were listening.
No, you're talking about the land.
What is the verse?
It's quoting basically because the companions conquered the land.
I request you listen on the side, or you indulge with me, come in front of the camera so that we can have a conversation.
I did catch the bit where you said basically.
No, you're not listening because you're indulging. This is the 3rd time you indulge in a debate outside. No. You either listen to me or then challenge. Okay. You heard me, right? Now you can respond to me.
So
how do you take that? That's why I believe the Sahaba under the tree who were called believers are the same believers who took the land according to the promise of the Quran, because they are the ones who took the land.
listen to me. When we're discussing university last time, this is me and you here. I know you say it from the point of view of the 12 schools you have taught. That's how you're coming in on me. It's not really the way business. That's not the reason why I
No
talk.
problem.
You know what I'm saying?
Are you 12 Shia?
I wouldn't say this. I'm a Shia who believes in 12 imams. But I'm not someone who.
Are you Ithna Ashariya?
I'm not someone
What Aqidah do you follow? Yeah.
I'm not someone who studies or has studied yet all these things in detail.
Okay.
The only knowledge I have about Shia Islam is from hearing hadith stories. That's it. Nothing more.
I understand.
And my own interpretation of the Quran.
I understand.
Why we do it.
And you have to look deeper into these topics.
Yeah, and I ask these questions.
These are some of the questions I've raised. Please do look into them and see, try to make sense that how is it possible
I
that,
just come with the succession.
yeah.
As far as I understood, this is from Al-Qafi, I think. The succession.
Guys, can I request to take discussions away, because we actually get disturbed, we get distracted. I know it's tempting. I know it's very tempting. Yeah.
So here, the succession in the land is actually the succession of prophets that God talks about. In other words, where He has given revelation to them and they become imams or leaders in the land. So the succession is something here which we translate as the imams. And God just giving them succession of the power and the not so much on the land thing, but just your point that you brought in. that it was the Sahaba and the companions that done the conquering and all that work to spread the religion.
Yes.
We can't take that away from them.
And the Tabi'in and Taba Tabi'in, 3 generations.
It would be foolishness to take that away.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's attacking the history of Islam.
But in other words, they fulfill the promise of Allah.
Well, like I said, depending on how you, because succession to me is not succession in conquering.
No.
Rather, it's succession
That's why.
in God's religion.
That's an interesting way of looking at it. But the words of the Quran are very specific. La yastakhlifannahum fil ard.
Yes.
Succession in the land.
Yeah, in the earth.
Okay, in the land means temporal power. Khilafa fil ard. You know, inni ja'ilun fil ardi khalifa. Okay, when Allah said,
succession in the
no,
land.
the Quran answers the question.
Yes.
When Allah said about Adam alayhi salam, inni ja'ilun fil ardi khalifa. What did that mean?
God said, I'm placing a Khalif on earth.
On earth,
Yeah.
physically or spiritually?
But I don't know if that was referring to Adam.
No, the verse is about Adam. The verse is about Adam, the creation of Adam.
Don't open that one up.
Yes.
I have
It's
different view on this one.
no, it's about the creation of Adam. So
When-
if
hold on.
yes,
When the angels objected,
yes,
they said, why would you place one in the earth
yes,
when we extol that holiness and all this? Like, in other words, we have the.
yeah, we praise you, and
Yeah.
while they're going to shed blood.
So my contention here is that the angels were requesting the Khalif be made among them. Would you agree?
The problem of Pak, because you see, when you're having discussion, there are 50 other discussions
I
popping
know,
up.
yes.
Okay, anyway, yeah, carry on.
So, how I understand this is that when the angels heard God's plan, he said, I'm placing a Khalif on earth. By Khalif here, he didn't mean us, he meant his own Khalif. In other words, someone
what?
his Khalif. So, it's like the Prophet's Khalif, as you understand it, was Abu Bakr. and
But
then
it was a physical appointment. That's the point I'm making. You're still not getting my point, because it
So, like,
says
fill in me, just on this topic.
inni ja'ilun fil ardi. Fil ardi means in
Just
the
on-
planet
just on this
Earth.
topic.
Yes.
So when I say I'm placing a Khalif on earth, it doesn't mean I'm making him into a king. You understand? He doesn't have to have temporal power.
No. Of
can
course.
just be- yeah.
Of course. No. It has
Succession
to.
here.
It has to have temporal power. Adam, as a human, was given the succession in the land, in the sense that he himself was put on earth physically, from heavens, from paradise to earth.
Would you say all prophets are God's Khalifs?
Not in the temporal sense, no. No.
Yes, I mean you're
No.
making a distinction. Like,
Because you can't escape from it. So here, as I understand it, it's very clear that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave physical power to the Sahaba. Oh, sorry. Physical power to the Sahaba, to Tabi'een, and to Taba Tabi'een in the land. And Allah called them believers.
but no one's denying that. What's
Well,
the issue?
they're believers then.
They
They're
are
not
believers.
Khalas.
Believer is someone who
But then
follows God and-
you disagree with the Shia school, Itna Ashariya. You disagree with them. Simple. You disagree with them,
on that point.
which is fine. You can disagree with them.
Yeah, on that point, like I said, I've had arguments with people about this.
Because I'm going to go and have pray.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the cold.
It's getting cold. But
Yeah.
again, Jazak bhai, nice talking to you.
Yep,
I think we're
always.
going to go and pray. And we will continue with our... I really love these discussions. You know why? Because you're very civil, and I try my best to be civil and calm, and alhamdulillah, we'll continue in this spirit. And
I
inshallah,
do get accused of, like, yeah, the comments and stuff.
no problem. Look,
it's
people
just-
accuse me of all sorts of things. Let them, ignore. I request and I advise, don't read comments. And I request from brothers and sisters out there, when you comment positively. Brother Ijaz is civil, he's very straight. I believe him when he says something. Please do not insult him or insult me, whether you're Shia or Sunni, whoever you are, or Muslim or non-Muslim. Please take these discussions as educational exercises, and this is exactly what we're here for. We're not here for insults or to throw mud at each other. Thank you. Ijaz bhai, thank you very much. Nice talking to you. Pleasure. I'm going to go and pray.
You got the headphones.
Sweet. Jazak Allah Khair.
Who's got these?
These mics are, where are these cameramen gone? So, man, you get charged when I'm talking on in front of the camera. No problem. I'm going to come back and talk to you. But let me give the mics to these. We had a very good discussion.
No, I'm done.